Hello and welcome back to my show and tell series. And today we're talking March goals and March wrap up, April goals. I know you guys are gonna see this at the end of April, but I kind of like the cadence of this because I've been watching everyone's April setups this week, and I'm like, mine's are like 2 months behind, I guess, but whatever. It's like less pressure for me to get these done before the beginning of the month. I don't know why you needed to know that, but I have all my materials. And today I finished making my April mood board, but we'll get to that later. Let's just re-list out March goals, so we can remember what we talked about in the last video. Oh, and I'll show you guys my March kind of like wrapped cover page on my journal. So I have me and Atlas, me and Alexa and Alona. We went to one of our job sites. And then I have Kirby at Brenda's what the hell? Why did I almost just forget what that was? What was that? What is that holiday called? St. Patrick's Day. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. Someone help. I'm dumb. But yeah, St. Patrick's, and then this is at the job site as well. And then also on the same day, it was the World Classics, and they beat the USA, so America. Just kidding. I live in America and I love it. I love being American. If you're listening, ICE, I was born in Alaska. Yeah, and then I went to a Suns game as well. That was fun, actually. I hadn't gone to a Suns game in a while, and you know, a girly loves basketball. But on to the goals. So number one was no spending. So the weekend I went to the Suns game, that was the weekend I spent. One of my friends was in town, and it was kind of like, she told me that she was going to be in town after I set my goals of no spending. And so we went to brunch, and then we went to the Suns game, so I spent money there on like food and stuff. And then I went to a spring training game, and I got there before everyone else, which I hate getting to places early and like not knowing what to do with myself. So I went to the bar and I bought a really expensive drink. And then we went to McDonald's at the end of the night, which was actually really nice and like fun, and I hung out with like new people. So I'm gonna forgive myself for spending, but out of 31 days of March, I only spent 3 days. So I think that's a great average. So I did 27 days of no spending. My second goal was dedicating 1 hour to like hobbies without any background noise. So like no YouTube videos. Music was acceptable, but no YouTube videos, no podcasts. Something about me, I just need to get over having to hear someone yap. Like, my brain already yaps, so maybe just focus on what I'm doing without having background noise. So I did that 14 days total throughout the week, which I feel like it's good. So the average was like 3 days every week, which is, I could have done better, and I think I need to stop telling myself you need to do this every freaking day, because then the day that I don't do it, then I feel bad about myself and I get down, and then I feel like I'm not making progress, but actually I'm doing really good, and I'm pretty consistent on things. Which brings me to the next one, which was schedule workouts weekly. That wasn't the next one, but it's the same type of vibe as the hobby hour. So I told myself like, oh, I need to schedule my workouts. I did that for like 2 weeks, and then I kind of fell off week 3 and 4 on like doing what I scheduled. And so I think I should just again, not try to do things every single day, because sometimes I'm not gonna feel like in the mood to do things, but give myself like options of what to do when I wake up. I think what I'm gonna start doing is setting out like workout clothes to get changed into in the morning. And so if I wake up, do my morning pee, and then there's already workout clothes there in the bathroom and just change into my workout clothes, as soon as I'm changing the workout clothes, it's probably gonna motivate me better to like motivate me to actually work out. So yeah, I kind of failed. I only did 15 workouts, but that's like half the month, so yay me. Okay, and then next was film one non-vlog video, which was supposed to be my everything I've read so far this year, and I didn't do that, so I kind of failed on that goal. So we're gonna take that over to April, but we'll talk about that later in the video. And then I was supposed finish reading my 2 books. So the Debt-Free Living, I finished it, and then Someone Who Will Love You in All Your Damaged Glory, finished, hell yeah, and I finished it before the end of the month, so love myself. I have 1 new book to read for April. Yeah, yay. Next one was write two essays or get to 5,000 words on my essays, and I got to 6,000, I wrote it down. I got to 6,196 words, so yay me. My next one was, I wanted to do weekly updates on my budget and my finance, like do a little rant on like how I'm feeling, if I spent money, all that stuff. What I did, so the essay that I wrote was kind of a financial spiral, to be honest. I wish honestly, once I'm like kind of done with my debt, so like maybe in a year I'll be courageous enough to like share that journey with you guys with the dollar amounts, because it's a lot of money and right now I'm just not ready to share. But I basically went through my credit report, and I went through like every financial decision I ever did. So like my first debt was my student loans, and then I got a credit card, and then I got a credit card, and then I got a credit card, and then I moved out. And so I had like every open account that I did, from credit cards, from loans, to like I bought a mattress once on credit, I bought my couch on credit. Like I wrote down everything. It was like, it took me 2 days. It was a little psychopathic, but I feel like it was kind of a lot, and maybe I was being dramatic by doing that, but also it was like really nice to just put that into perspective and like just to see like, whoa, this is like, whoa, that was a lot. And it really helped me like determine patterns of like, yes, I started getting paid more every time I like switched a job or like switched a company or got promoted within my job. But then I never really saw the increase in my income, because I was already, every time I increased my income, I moved or I got a new loan. So I was also just increasing my spending, increasing my debt. And so I never really saw that progress. I never felt like I was making more money or I felt better financially until honestly now. And that's because I decided to renew my lease. So the Friday updating of my budget, I'm pretty good on, just because I get paid every Friday, and it's easy to just go in and make sure like, did these things come out of my bank account last Friday, or do I have to pull them over because for some reason you schedule it for one day and it takes 5 days to come out of your bank account. I've been doing really good on that, but I will say like the financial rant aspect of it, I didn't really do, but it's probably because I have been spiraling about my finances like every day, not just Fridays. But this past month in March, I got my work bonus, and I had saved my tax return until I got my work bonus. And so I was able to pay off one of my cards, and then what happened was I paid off one card and I put the rest on the other card, and then my debt, my like over, what is it called? My reoccurring balances, or it's called something. It's something balance, but because that decreased, my credit was better, and so I was able to refinance one of my loans from 31%. Yes, I know. To 14%. 14%, which is also still kind of a lot. But girl, I had a 31% loan. Like, I was never gonna finish paying that. It was all interest. It was all interest. So I'm really happy about that. And I told myself I wasn't gonna open another loan until next year, because I thought I was gonna have to wait until because I have 2 loans that are pretty new, and usually they make you wait at least like a year and a half to like open a new account so that your credit doesn't like dunk. But I was on Credit Karma, and it was like, yo, you were like pre-approved for this, and I'm like, no, I'm not. And so I did the application, and yes, I was. So that honestly is a big win. And even though my like payment amount went down, I'm still gonna use that like extra $400 that it went down I'm gonna attack this credit card that I have, because right now it's a balance transfer that I did on it, and so it's 0% interest until January. So I'm kind of just focusing on like making extra payments on that until that's paid off, and then I'm gonna start this new loan just paying what I used to pay, because technically I can afford that because I was affording it before, making extra payments on that loan so I can pay it off faster. And then my other one was Sunday self-care nights, which out of the 5 Sundays of this month, I did 3 Sundays, and then the 2 Sundays that I didn't do a self-care night was the day I went to the basketball game, just because I came home and it was already kind of late, so I just like showered and went to bed. And then last Sunday I went to my friend's house, and I didn't come home late, but I was like I've been getting really bad allergies, and like my sinus gets like inflamed and I can't breathe. But I started taking Advil and now I feel better. So maybe take medicine. I really hate taking like pills, and so I just like try to power through it, or like shower and go to sleep, and it has been working. So I resorted to drugs. So yay to being able to breathe. But yeah, so I didn't do anything last Sunday, but I mean 3 out of 5, that's a good average. And then I put as like a thing was like journal at least 1 page every day, and I only did half, so kind of failed at that one too. But this is the same as like we'll get into that for April stuff, because I have a whole spiel that I want to do. And then the last 2 were kind of work goals. And so one was dedicate 1 hour to admin tasks, and then keep updating my planner and my OneNote to track my progress, which my OneNote, I track it because I have a monthly 101, so like update it monthly. So I did have that 101 and I did update it. And then the admin tasks, like I've been like struggling to figure out like if I want to do that in the morning or if I want to do that in the afternoon. So we have like a wellness room at work. The other day I booked myself to the wellness room for 1 hour. I called it solitary confinement because it really did force me to lock in and do shit. And so because it's April, which means March was the end of Q1, crazy. I feel like the beginning of the year always feels slow, and then like between like right when spring hits, it's like spring and then summer and then it's the end of the year. So it's really nuts that it's already Q2. But because it's it's the end of Q1. I wanted to just go through like my yearly goals, which I don't think I ever shared on my last video, so yay. So this year I did something that I did in 2020 where I kind of broke my goals out in like 2 different things. So like it was like I should have wrote it down. Oh, I did. So it was broken into 4 different categories. So mental growth, physical health, financial growth, and then creativity, career growth, Kirby, and socializing. So those were not 4. There's like 6 different categories, whatever. So for mental growth, I wanted to create more routines, have a habit stack, have 5 things I do every day. So I am tracking I have a habit tracker that I made, and I honestly, in March, I've like messed around with like how I want it to look, and I got a ruler, so straight lines now. And so basically that's what I'm doing. It's my tracking. And I'm trying to like get at least like one of these things done per category, and like I have 5 different categories. So we're doing good on that so far. I really like how I have it set up, and I think in April I'm going to be more realistic with myself and not tell myself like you need to get this shit done every day, because then when I don't get it done I get sad. And then the other one was read more. I've already read 4 books this year, and we're just now in April. So I was trying to do like 1 book per month, but I did 2 books in between February and March. So I'm pretty proud of myself. 4 books. I hadn't read that much in a long time, so yay me. And then for physical health, I want to work out more. I want to be more active, which I feel like in the last few years I've been like kind of consistent. Like I was going to the gym for a while, and then I canceled my gym membership when I moved here, but now I have a row machine, which is down here. You can't see it. I have a row machine. I've been running, which I don't run, so it's kind of crazy. And I've been pretty consistent with my Pilates or yoga at home. So I'm doing it. I feel like before I start paying for a gym again, I want to make sure that I'm working out at least 4 to 5 days at home to make it worth it. Because like if I can't consistently work out at my house, which I'm like physically not going anywhere except if I'm going on a run, then why am I going to go pay for a gym? And also I can use a fitness center, which I haven't gone in there in a while, so maybe I can start incorporating the fitness center. And then the other one was going to be skincare and hair care. Just prioritize that and like be more consistent with my hygiene habits, and just like having like a night and morning routine and doing the self-care Sundays, which I don't know, if you see my hair, like I feel like my hair's been pretty healthy these days, and I like, because I've been trying to save money, I haven't bought new hair products, but I think that's something that's going to be like my next thing that I want to save for, is buying new hair products, because I'm slowly running out of like my leave-in conditioner and stuff. But I've been trying to like, I used to put product in my hair every day. So what I've been doing differently is that I just made like a mixture of like leave-in conditioner and water in my spray bottle, and I've just been spraying my hair and kind of detangling it, kind of fluffing it out every morning, and then washing my hair every, I would say 7 to 10 days. I try to stretch it out as much as possible because I don't really like using shampoo on my hair that much, because it just like strips all the moisture and then it looks really flat and it's really annoying. I really hate like day 1 clean hair. It's not my fave. Day 2, day 3, love. And then next, financial growth. So my goals were end the year with less debt, budget updates every week, and then the plan, which is my Excel that I made. has like a page called The Plan, and it's like what I'm planning to pay off this year, which is my 2 credit cards, and then I'm hoping that I can get my car paid off by like Q1 next year. So like in 1 year, I want to have my car paid off and then my 2 credit cards, 0 balance, which one is already paid off. So we're a third of the way through, yay us. And then for creative goals, I have write more. So I want to write more in my journal. I want to just like, one thing I randomly started doing was like, if I have a dream, I like will wake up and like write about my dream. And literally yesterday I had like the weirdest dream and I wrote 2 pages about it. And so just writing more, if that's in my journal or if that's an essay, I want to have like, I don't know, I want to have like 10 or 12 essays done by the end of this year. And then I don't know what I want to do with that. I want to like continuously write in it and like maybe start editing it, but it's gonna be like my present to myself from 20s to 30s transition. So I really have like a year and like a few months to like really work on that. So just dedicating time to doing that and just being really intentional and like reflecting on my life and like what my 20s have brought me and everything I've learned. And I know I'm still young, but I don't know. I feel like a lot has changed and I've done like so many things. So just reflecting on that and just learning on everything that I've gone through and like what the lesson is, you know? Yeah. So one of my goals for this year was vlog with my camera and post 1 YouTube video. And this is when I don't know if you guys remember, but like one of my very first vlogs, I was like, guys, I don't know if I can edit my vlog. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to post on YouTube. Like, I was really down. And so that's when I wrote this down. And we've already posted like 9 videos this year. So yay us. It might be more than 9 videos. I don't know. But we've definitely posted more than 1 video. So let's just keep it going. Hello from the editing space. This is also in the middle of me recording a new vlog. I realized I never made an outro for this video, and it was mostly because the camera started overheating, so I couldn't. And then next thing I knew, it was like 3-4 days later. But we are in April 19th, so we're kind of halfway into the month already. But I wanted to finish this video and give you guys my April goals, and then we can talk about how April went in a few weeks. But we were at the part where I was saying vlog with my camera, which we're doing, so yay to that. Okay, so for April goals, we have my creative and exercise habits that I'm tracking on the habit tracker, which is the purple and pink ones. I want to max out for 3 days, minimum 3 days a week to do these things, and then max 4 days. So 3 to 4 days for these goals for the week, mostly because last month I averaged 3 days, so I know I can hit that. And then 4 days is like going above and beyond. And it's gonna make me feel better if I do the 4th day. And then my May is the book I'm reading, and I want to finish reading this book this month. Next is write 1 essay, just because I want to stay consistent on that project and at least touch it once a month. And last month I feel like I didn't do a lot with it, and so I was feeling discouraged. So I'm giving myself this month to write an essay. And then next is develop a film edit and post schedule. I keep forgetting to post on Sundays, and so I think I'm gonna change it to maybe a day during the week so that Saturday and Sunday can be filming days, and then editing can happen at some point, maybe like Sunday nights, and then post maybe like Monday or Tuesday. or Wednesday if I need the extra editing time. Just having like once a week posting schedule, and not think that I need to post every Sunday, and then if I don't have something on Sunday, then I just skip the whole week. So yeah, basically just trying to put myself more on a schedule, but not really a schedule, because I do need the structure of a schedule, but then if the concreteness of the schedule also fucks me up, because then if I don't get it on the day I said I was gonna get it, then it unmotivates me and I don't do it at all, instead of just knowing I have to do it at some point this week, and then if I don't get done on Monday, it can also get done on Tuesday. Like, the world doesn't end on Monday, basically. And then we're gonna do self-care Sundays again, which I kind of been slacking on, so we're gonna do it today because today's Sunday. And then spend less. Oh, I gave myself a spending amount with my family when they came in town. And then I want to do the first hour, last hour at work of just admin task. So those are my April goals. Some of them are just like my year goals. I just put them as my month goal, just to refocus on certain ones. But yeah, April is going, and we'll talk about how it went on a video in a few weeks. Love ya, bye.